Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to this week's episode of Monday Motivation. My name's Jenny Kovacs, and I'm known as the Queen of Being Seen because you being visible, you being out there in your life and being seen by the people you need to be seen by, you being heard by the audience or the people that you need to be heard by is why I get out of bed in the mornings, especially on a Monday, especially early so that I can broadcast these Monday motivations live. So whether you're watching this live, if this camera's going to stay today, or whether you're watching this on the replay, I encourage you to play with the information, like have fun with the information, but actually do something with this information. The sooner the better, the quicker the easier it will feel and the more results you will get from it. So today is all about reflecting for success. Today's motivation is called Reflect for Success. So let me tell you how this came about. And by the way, if you're watching and there are people on here that normally watch with you or people that you know could really use this, share this with them anyway. You never ever know who needs a little pep up in their life of Monday motivation. So how did this start? Many years ago, I was actually in hospital, and the ward I was on was full of really friendly and very chatty women of all ages, all different backgrounds, you know. So I remember there was one particular patient on this ward, and she really didn't like having her blood test done. She was quite young, and she got into such a panic when it came to having a blood test done that she really got herself into quite a state. And I remember watching this, quite often they would have to delay doing the testing. I know, this person was in hospital, they needed these blood tests done on quite a frequent basis. And she would freak out so much so. Her parents would come in and they would stay with her and she would still be afraid, and, all these things would be happening. And I remember thinking, I actually don't mind having a blood test. I'll just stick my arm out and look the other way. Don't worry, there's not going to be any gory details on this Monday motivation. But this is important. This is me kind of like setting the scene for why and how and what you can do to reflect for success. Morning, Ivona. Happy Monday to you, Ivona. Good to see you on here. Ivona, where are the other visibility vibers? I think they're asleep. Who knows? Anyway, this poor young lady would just freak out every time she needed these blood tests, and sometimes they were like 3 or 4 times a day. And I never feel great watching somebody go through any kind of trauma or pain or stress. My instinct is to want to help them. Hey, Dr. Venus, Opal Rees, happy Monday. Happy Monday to you, beauty. I have been watching your journey with your tours in America. If you are watching this, either live or on the replay, obviously I prefer you don't do it right now, go and check out Dr. Venus Opal Rees, her page here on Facebook. Most amazing woman on the most amazing mission who's probably done things that most of you dream of doing. For a start, she's met Oprah, or should I say Oprah's met Dr. Venus. So, she's got a massive mission in the world, and I say it's a massive mission because it's a mission that the world actually wants. And I just want to take a moment to give you a shout out, Dr. Venus, because I know that you embodied, you paved the way for people to do those things that they have been dreaming and thinking about and maybe daren't say out loud that they want to do. So kudos to you, my lovely, and go and check out her page because she's brilliant. So I'm very kind. I'm very truthful, actually. It's nothing to do with being kind, it's the truth. So God bless you for watching. Thank you. So now I've only saying good morning to you too. So here's the thing about setting yourself up for success and stories for success. Quite often in the coaching world, in the personal development world, in the mentoring world even, you may be told that there's a story going around your head and you're holding it back, and this story isn't serving you and things like that. And that's often true. But here's what else happens. We can set ourselves up for success with the stories of our lives. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that in just a second. So years ago when I was in this hospital and, you know, this young lady was in there and she's freaking out about her blood test. I remember one morning we were all having a chat on the ward and she said to us all, you know, I really don't like it when I have to have a blood test. It freaks me out. You know, I get all sweaty and shaky. I feel sick and I just can't do it. And they keep coming back at me for these blood tests. And I said to her, have you ever tried this really fun thing to do? I said, I don't mind blood tests. I stick my arm out, I look the other way, but here's how I do it. I just go to my happy place. And she was like, you what? I said, happy place. I said, try this out. Think of a time, maybe you're at a party, maybe you're on holiday, a time when you were doing something really great and you loved it and you didn't want to stop doing it. And even thinking about it now makes you feel really great. And she was like, I could see this smile creep across her face. She went, yeah. Oh, gosh, yeah, I went on this holiday and it was brilliant. It was really sunny. We were sunbathing. We went out. Everything about it was perfect. And I said, and what did you see when you were there? And, like, what did you hear? You know, what was the sea like? And she said, oh, the sea, the waves crashing. It was gorgeous. It was warm. I felt lovely. It was bright and sunny. It didn't rain once. I had new clothes. I felt brilliant, and you could really see she was getting into this happy place. And then she said, oh, it was the best holiday I ever had. And I said, okay, give that holiday a little bit of a name, like a label, a one-word answer that, you know, anytime you need to remember the holiday, give it a label. Don't have to tell any of us here what it is. She went, yeah, I've got it. And I said, next time the doctor comes and says we're going to do a blood test, I want you to go straight to that label you just given and start thinking about your happy place. Hold your arm out, close your eyes and start thinking about your happy place. So she said, okay, cool, I think I will. So that was that story, but that's not the end of the story, because this is about reflecting for success. So I'm going to take you through a couple of things that you can do, not only for this Monday, not only for this morning, and not only for this week, but tomorrow starts a new month of May. So here's how you can reflect for success, regardless of whether you are a business owner and you've got what you think might be a tough week ahead, whether you've got a fun week ahead, whether you've got a lot on your plate. You might even be working in a corporate environment. You know, a lot of my executive women that watch these, you might have a tough week because you've got lots of meetings, or you might even have an appraisal or something like that coming up. Regardless of what your week is like and what you're doing, these are going to take you into success. Dr. V says, hashtag happy place. So here's the thing. There's two things that you can do to set yourself up to reflect for success. And the reason why I'm asking you to do this now is because we don't know what's coming up in the next minute, hour, day, week or month, quarter or even year. So why not get your happy places ready for when you need them most? So there's two ways I'm going to share with you today. One is when you set yourself up for success with your credibility list. What do I mean by that? I mean all the great things you've done. Because here's what I see in life, whether it's my clients, whether it's my friends or family or acquaintances or peers. Here's what I see. I see us striving to achieve things. We're striving to go out there and be more visible, or we're striving to get promoted at work, or we're striving for the pay rise, or we're striving to sell the big package, or we're striving just to be recognised as being absolutely competent and credible by the people around us for whatever reason. It could be our children, it could be our parents, it could be our friends, it could be our family. And we spend so much of our life saying, oh, I really want to do this thing. I really want to be the bestseller, or I really want to get on TV, or I really want to be able to make a difference and help people. And here's the thing. Dr. Venus is saying, I love the labelling of my happy place. Thank you for this. Well, you know, let me know how it goes on in the future. You know, you're more than welcome, any of you, when try this stuff out, because it works, and it works quickly, and it takes a matter of minutes, and it will get you through all sorts of places and different things. So here's what we do. the first way to do this and to use this is think of all the brilliant things you've done. And this is not a time to be modest. Think of everything brilliant you've done, from helping that old lady to cross the street, to going and getting somebody shopping, to buying a gift to somebody, to maybe you gave a talk and it was so well received. People gave you lots of compliments. Maybe your inbox is filled with what Dr. Venus calls love notes and I call testimonials, because I'm awfully British, don't you know? And where, you know, all those great things people have said about you. Maybe you've just put something here on Facebook about your personal life and someone said, that's so awesome. All of those things, I want you to set a timer for at least 5 minutes and just sit down and just remember, take time to remember all of those great things that people have said about you. And give them like a one word. So it could be Facebook message, could be the person's name, it could be the scenario, it could be a place you went to, could be a holiday, you know, all those things that you did that were great. How many times did you say, oh, I need to go on holiday sometime? And then you picked a place, you went. So you could put the name of the place. So for example, this year I could say Barbados, Mexico. I could say Google when I spoke at Google. I could say BBC Millennials when I represented the millennials on an interview on the BBC. I could say helping the neighbour when the neighbour got locked out of her house. This is all true stuff. I could say Greenwich Park because I went to Greenwich Park in a funk, but when I got there, I felt really great, and I sorted out the funk that was going on in my head, and I was coming back. All these great things that you've done. You know, and if you're about to have an appraisal in a corporate environment, it's important to note these things, put them down, put them somewhere on a Word document or somewhere where you can keep adding to them. If it's a notebook, however you prefer to do it, keep adding to them, keep adding to them and keep adding to them. And call this your I'm credible list, I'm worth it list, I'm brilliant list, whatever makes you feel really great when you say it. So keep a record of those. Next thing to do, have a note of your stories. And it's interesting because people have said to me on quite a few occasions, Jenny, you're so great at bringing stories to life and telling stories. And I've kind of gone, thank you, because you're supposed to say thank you to a compliment. But even yesterday, I ran a 2-day event, Presentations That Sell. And, you know, one of the comments that I heard there was, Jenny, you're so great at telling stories. I don't think I have any stories. Yet as I speak about the different things that I do, you're like, and you did this, which meant this to this person, and did this for you, and did this for them. And all of a sudden you've brought it into this story. So what I want you to do, think of 3 things here. So with your I'm credible, I'm brilliant, I'm great list, set your timer for at least 5 minutes and just go through and have a way so you can just remember it. One word way. You don't need to write the stories out or the credibilities out unless you need to. With the stories, I want you to think about 3 things that you have done that made you feel great. Now, the stories list is slightly different to the credibilities list in that there'll be a point to every story. There'll be the story itself. There'll be what you learned from it, which was brilliant and made you feel really great. And there'll be what you remember about it. And it might have had an effect on someone else. And usually it does. Even though it really affected you, it's had an effect on someone else. And I want you to think of like any stories that come to mind and pick the top 3. Now, it's important that the top 3 you pick like completely light you up, make you feel excited, and are just very easy for you to recall. Okay, Dr. Venus says your content is very actionable. Thank you, Dr. V. So just those 2 things alone will get you through anything that will come up between now and any moment in the future. For example, I'm going to go to the dentist today. No, not too far into the distance. I don't mind going to the dentist. But what I will do is, as the dentist is doing their work, I'll close my eyes and I might go to a happy place. Or I might think of the things that I've done that have like really helped other people because it will make me feel great. Or I might think of like the stories and what did I learn from that? What did I learn from somebody saying to me yesterday, Jenny, you're really great at telling stories and expanding stories. there's a learning for me in there. There's a learning for them. There's a gift for them. So do these things, like as Dr. Venus says, these things are really easily actionable. And these are designed to motivate your Monday, your morning or your week, or in Dr. V's case, I'm sure you're in America, so it's probably Sunday night. So now you've got a springboard to propel yourself, to motivate yourself. And then you're saying, well, what's next? Well, just do these things. What is next is maybe now you've got these stories, now you're feeling credible, you're not sure how to properly implement them in your life. And if that's the case, then do hit the message button at the top of the screen. Let's book a time to have a chat. And maybe we can have a look at how we can work together to really get you into the habit of being able to motivate yourself so that you can go out there and motivate others. Now, there's one last thing I want to leave you with. This week, over in my group, the Visibility Vibes Tribe group, if you tap again at the top of this page and click to join, we are going to have 5 days of Facebook fun. And we're going to do that through Facebook Live. I love doing Facebook Lives, and I would love you to love it too. So every day this week, starting from today on Monday, I'm going to be sharing a theme with you. And with that theme, you will just need to speak to that theme on a Facebook Live. This is not about you having to know how to get your perfect 60-second pitch or how to be perfect on camera. You need 3 things to do this, and I insist: your mouth, your arm, and your smartphone, and that's it. I'll let you know what the topic is for the day, and just go out in there, broadcast in the group. And while you're at it, the reason it's 5 days of Facebook fun is it will show you how to have fun on a Facebook Live. It will get you introduced to a group of over 700 really juicy men and women from all over the world. And it will also get you into the habit of being consistent and doing your Facebook Lives and exploring how you can stretch it. So, Dr. V's saying, go to my happy place, labelling a positive moment so that you can recall it. I love that you've done this. Thank you so much. So that you can recall it in a moment of stress. Exactly. Have it ready for when you need it, because you don't know when you need it. And number 2, have a credibility list and 3 stories. You might find more, but have 3 really great stories that excite you and light you up. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to hearing what you do with this. Please do share if you've had a light bulb moment. If just listening to this has made you feel good because you've started thinking of your places, comment below whether you're watching this live or on the replay. And come over and meet other juicy visibility vibers and have 5 days of Facebook fun. Let's know more about what you do. Let's know more about what you're saying. And by the way, I love the fact that you all say hello to each other when you're live on this. So Dr. Venus is saying hello to Ivona. Ivona's saying hello to Alan. Alan's saying hello to Dr. V. I love it. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you either same time next week on next week's Monday Motivation, or if you want a bit more of that, I look forward to seeing what's going on in the group on your Facebook Lives for a change. And for those of you that are looking to make your visibility really, really easy, I'll see you back here 6 p.m. Thursday for the next episode of Visibility Made Easy. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Lots of love to you. Bye for now.